So the interesting question here is, can you use a textile to shape glass? Can you contain it? Can you make it a mold for it? Can you differentiate the material and then see if you can control the shape that comes out? Yes, it is my first time working with glass. Last year in October we built a pavilion at the Murak here. It was called Knit Candela, and it was showing this technology of using knitted textiles for creating a concrete structure. And I think that was the first contact with Nouvel. They started to talk about a collaboration, and kind of fluidly it came to trying it out with textiles, so to blowing glass into knitted textiles. The experience here has been really interesting, very fruitful. I learned a lot, and the people we worked with here at Nouvel were really amazing, and the level of skill is really mind-blowing. I think what I've also learned is that it's not only the technique, so not only the material, not only the shape, but also the person, so the craftsman involved in it, because whether something turns out great is fully dependent on them, actually. Now, granted, what we did for the moment did not really come out incredibly controlled, but they're the first tests, and what we saw in it, or at least what I've seen in it, is that you can control it. There's this nice tubular one that's almost perfectly tubular, and there are other ones that are not perfect, but we use the same pattern twice and we got the same type of result. So for me that's very promising, because that means that it wasn't just a freak accident, it was something that actually happened because of how you designed this thing. We used 3 materials, Kevlar, carbon fiber and glass fiber. The main knit was always Kevlar because it was easier to knit. And then inlays which were straight, either making spirals around these tubular forms, were either carbon or glass. And what we've seen is that the carbon and the glass really don't burn, they can even be reused. Normally, you'd probably want a more simple solution or something that's a little bit more specifically designed for the part that you're making. But in this case, having a simple white box was just helpful to try out as many things as possible, whether it was a tube, a longer tube, a wider tube, or these flat pieces that we tried on top. I'm really thankful for this experience, actually. It's a very surprising one, and it brings a lot for me personally, just as out of curiosity, but I'm very thankful that Nouvel has hosted me, that we did this, that we tried this out, that they were very patient, that they also bring this kind of knowledge, and I hope something comes out of it.